Hey everybody out there in the YO universe, this is Survivor 2002 again, coming at you from the Secret Lair in Virginia. This is Tuesday, March 31st, the last day of March, by the way, and it's another performance night on American Idol Season 8. This week I thought they were going to be limited to the top 100 downloads on iTunes, but as it turns out, it was the top downloads, period. You know, they could pick anything from that, which in some cases can be a recipe for disaster, and naturally, in some cases, it was. Tonight's performance has started off with Anoop doing Caught Up by Usher. I think we have our first pick in the bottom three. And Anoop, I tell you what, if you are lucky enough to dodge another bullet this week, make this your very last time picking a song by a performer who is known for their choreography as much as their singing, because I've said it time and time again, people hear songs like Beat It, which you did before, and this one, and they think about the visuals as much as they think about anything else. Usher is one hell of a dancer. Michael Jackson, I mean, what more needs to be said? So there you go. And Anoop is going to be the first person in our bottom three. Second person, Megan, doing Turn Your Lights Down Low by Bob Marley as interpreted by Lauryn Hill. Can I paraphrase Whoopi Goldberg from Ghost for a second? Megan, you in danger, girl. In other words, that's our second person in the bottom two. If she's not, I'm going to have to find out what the hell America's smoking at this point. That performance is definitely not up to snuff. So I'd say Anoop and Megan, first two people in our bottom two. Danny did Rascal Flatts' What Hurts the Most. Quiet as it might have been kept from most people, Danny's grandfather passed last week, which I just read online earlier on this evening. And kudos to him for not mentioning it on the show, because it's tragic and it's sad. But if he had mentioned it on the show, people would have thought it would be a sympathy play for votes, even if it wasn't meant to be that way. So, Allison, wow. Allison did Don't Speak by No Doubt. Gwen Stefani's vocal is a lot more wistful and dramatic, but Allison's vocal had some balls. For a 16-year-old, that had cojones to spare. Wow. I just can't get enough of her voice. I mean, it's just amazing. So, Allison is not going home this week. I mean, trust me. She's not even going to touch the bottom three. Scott did Billy Joel's Just the Way You Are. I'm afraid I'm going to have to put it in the Las Vegas casino category. I'm sure Simon was thinking that even if he didn't say it, but trust me on this. I have been playing slots at the MGM Grand after midnight, and those little side lounges that you see just off of the casino, and you hear music coming out of them sometimes, that's what it sounded like. Like the guy who only gets to play after midnight because he's not terrible, but he's not all that great either. And he might make a few tips, not a lot of tips, probably just enough to get by. But yeah, that's what Scott sounded like to me, because Billy Joel's vocal on that, how could he possibly beat it? I mean, he's got a nice voice and he plays well, as I said before, but like Randy said, loving a song does not necessarily mean that you should be doing that song. So I don't think Scott's absolutely bound for the bottom three, but it wouldn't surprise me if he rounds it out, though. Matt was the only person that picked a song out of the actual top 100 iTunes downloads. He picked You Found Me by The Fray. He got a lot of flack for doing that song because it was not suited for his style and that he should be more R&B. I cannot believe these judges half the time. First they're telling you, stick to what you know, then they're telling you, no, 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 don't try to pigeonhole yourself because you're a better singer than that. I'm hoping this does not land Matt in the bottom three. It could very well do that, but I think I really liked the performance a lot more than I thought I was going to. And he could have picked a song that was a little more accessible for the judges' sake, but you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So he just went with his gut. We'll see how it serves him. Lil, oh God. Lil picked I Surrender by Celine Dion. She looked great, she sounded great, but once again, I have to agree with Simon. Very, very old fashioned, very stuffy, stiff performance. There are so many songs she could have picked that would have been so much better than that. My suggestion for her, a song that not very many people might remember, Chaka Khan's Clouds. One of my all-time favorite singles from her. I mean, I could not stop playing that sucker. A tremendous production. Her voice was just flawless on that track. Because a lot of the performers now are coming out and saying that the songs they really want to do are sometimes not accessible because of clearance problems or what have you. So they have to settle for the next best song or even the song after that song. So maybe she didn't have access to a song like that, but if she had, I really wish she had picked it. And if she's sticking around next week, she hopefully will pick something like that depending on what the theme is. I'm predicting right now that the next American Idol is Adam Lambert, period. That's all there is to it. When they announced he was doing Play That Funky Music, I put my head in my hands. I thought, dear God, what is this boy doing to himself? There is just no possible way that song's going to work. He rocked it. He took a song that was just about 30 years old, and he did things to that song that were almost criminal. But criminally good, not bad. I should just have more faith in him at this point and just say, okay, you know what? It doesn't matter what the song's going to be. He's going to just slay it anyway. So, yeah. Adam, I think, is the next American Idol, period. On his heels, though, and this is a shocker, Chris doing Ain't No Sunshine by Bill Withers. Now, how many karaoke bars have you ever been to where someone has not done that song? Raise your hand. I'm not raising mine because everyone I've been to, someone's done it, and usually it's yours truly. And hopefully I'm not killing it. Whether or not I am, I probably had too many cocktails at that point to be able to tell. But in any case, Chris took that song, put a little bit of a One Republic kind of spin on it, and it actually worked. It really did. So I would say he was the second best performance of the night, and he's really surprising a lot of people. I think he's definitely destined to make it to the final three at this point. But anyway, my prediction for the bottom three, definitely Anoop, definitely Megan. And I would say contenders for the final person around the bottom three is somewhere between Scott and unfortunately Matt. Although I think Matt may just escape elimination by the skin of his teeth. So that's the end of the recap. Tomorrow night is results, and we'll see how everything works out, or it doesn't work out for certain people. So until then, take care, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.